Hey guys, so now let's review Teen Titans number 3. In Teen Titans number 3 it says Red Robin versus Bunker. Will that happen in this issue? I will tell you. So the issue, opens up where we left off in issue number 2 where Kid Flash found Solstice in nowhere. And Kid Flash is trying to rescue her in this issue, where they open up. And Kid Flash and Solstice is trying to talk to each other, but he can't necessarily touch Solstice or she will do him some serious damage. So, of course, we had this really interesting full panels, page spread of Kid Flash actually running around nowhere. Not like the whole area, but just the area they're around. So basically, you have to read it in order. So they would have a number 1 on one Kid Flash, and then another number 2, then 3. So you have to read it in order to know what he's doing. And it's an interesting kind of thing they did, and I really liked it. So of course, Kid Flash gets a bunch of I think some fire hose, those long fire hose lines, and ties it around Solstice, and they run out and escape from nowhere. And they find out that they are in the middle of the Arctic, and of course Kid Flash can't really get traction from running on snow, so he slips and they fall. So Solstice and Kid Flash are falling, down, and then basically we open up with Bunker. He is traveling from Mexico, I think, to California, where he wants to be. So he hops on a train, a hobo would, and he hops on, and he meets a hobo. He actually does meet a hobo. So he meets a hobo in there, and then he finds a strange cocoon on the ceiling. And of course, this cocoon was from the last issue, Skitter, or I forgot what her name was, Selene. Yeah, Selene was all, in the cocoon in the train. And then we open up with Cassie actually pretending to be a nurse. So she's pretending to be a nurse because she's going to interrogate one of the brothers, the brothers from the last issue that could actually teleport from one another. Since they're separated now, she wants to interrogate him. So after that, we just only get her, just a small snippet of her in this issue. And then we open up with more focused on, later on, Solstice and Kid Flash actually fly out of the, out of the trench or, crack, whatever, in the mountain, and they fly off and say Feature. They fly off and land in the snow together. That's about it. And the rest of the issue is about Bunker and Red Robin. And so of course the hobo is actually Red Robin in disguise, and he actually fights Bunker. And the reason why he's fighting Bunker is because he thinks that Bunker is working for Nowhere, and he's trying to capture him and Selene or Skitter, and that's not what he's trying to do. And when Tim Drake says, "I'm Red Robin," and of course Bunker has heard of Red Robin, and he's excited. He's so happy and all energetic and pumpy and stuff like that. And he grabs him and starts talking to him, saying "Oh, I read all about you. I know who you are, Red Robin. I know so much about you." And you just have a little small interaction with Red Robin and Bunker. And the reason why Red Robin was there with Selene is because he's trying to get her away from everybody. He's trying to, get her away from Nowhere. And so Bunker gets into his costume, and then the train stops all of a sudden, and we see a bunch of mind-controlled people start attacking Bunker and Red Robin. And basically Bunker's ability is this sonic, I forgot what it's called, sonic something. It's basically creates, I think, his, these projections out of sonic stuff. I don't know what it is, but he makes a sonic brick that he can actually fly on, but it actually doesn't really work, and he actually falls down. And so, of course, Red Robin has to find out where this, mind-controlling thing is, or who's taking over these people's minds. And he goes and meets this guy named Detritus, or something like that. This junky kind of creature kind of thing that's this monster created out of junk. And so this creature actually wipes out Red Robin's mind, I think, and makes him forget who he is or something like that. And like Robin starts talking in quotes, you know, saying stuff like, I don't know, something that he wouldn't say, but I don't know what happened to Red Robin, but so far, yeah, he goes back, and of course the mind control thing is over, and everybody's not, you know, mind controlled anymore. So they leave, and you know, Bunker says like, "Oh, why? Who's Celine?" You know, and then like, "What's she doing here with you?" And she actually turns back into human form. She's not Skitter anymore, but she's back to a human form. But who knows? Maybe she might turn back into Skitter. And then we ended off with Kid Flash in this town, and that's it. And then next issue, I think Superboy is going to come up. So Red Robin versus Bunker, there was not even much. It's just basically the hobo kicking Bunker, and that's about it. And this wasn't really much of a fight. It was just more introducing, of course, Bunker to everybody who's reading this comic so far. I heard Bunker is actually homosexual, and what I have to say is, you know, he does show traces, not of being like homosexual, but sort of like, not like feminine in a way, but like little things, like, you know, he says like, "Oh, my cute butt," or something like that, or "cute ass," or something like that. I don't know. He just says like all these like things that sort of leans towards, I don't know if he really is. I don't really care, but still, I just heard about that. As character for Bunker, he's really peppy. He's really hyper. Like, imagine he is as hyper as Kid Flash. You know, Kid Flash is just generically funny. He just wants to be the funny guy, like Flash. But Bunker here, he's funny as in a way as like how he acts. Like, he's just so energetic and happy and stuff like that. When he gets introduced to Red Robin, he's just like, "Oh my god, you're Red Robin!" Like, you know, he's just so happy and stuff. His character's great. I actually like him. I want to learn more about Solstice. We don't get much backstory of her, but all in all, Teen Titans is still just doing okay. I like the last couple issues, but it's okay so far. It's not as good as Justice League because this is a whole group comic book, but it's going good so far, introducing the characters. But yeah, Teen Titans, just good so far, and hope you guys can check it out.